श्रीरङ्गनाथषड्गोपीति द्रष्टुं लक्ष्मीं नृसिंहचरितकरुणैकपात्रं श्रीरङ्गवीररुद्राक्षड्गोपसुज्यं वेदान्तदेशिकेन्द्रमहं प्रपञ्चे श्रीमते शिवञ्चडगोपश्री वेदान्तदेशिकेन्द्रमहादेशिकाय नमः। ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मत्परगुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः। केशवादिकृपापात्रं धीशमाधिगुणार्णवं श्रीशरादिशानं देशिकेन्द्रमहं भजे रामानुदयपात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं लक्ष्मीनरसमारम्भां नाथयामनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमच्युतपदां विजयकुमारत्मव्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोषदेकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। माता पिता युवतयस्तनया भूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कृपते वक्लाभिरामं श्रीमत्तमूर्ध्ना भूतं श्रीमदाख्य भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तसारकुलशेखरयोवाहान् भक्तान् रेणुपरकालिकमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। गुरुमतमनदीच्च प्राह वेदानशेषान् नरपतिपरिक्लुप्तं शुल्कमादातुकामः शशुरम् अमरवञ्जं रङ्गनाथस्य साक्षात् द्विजकुलतिलकं तं विष्णुचित्तं नमामि। नीलातुङ्गस्तनगिरितटी सुप्तमुद्बोध्य कृष्णं पाराख्यं स्वं श्रुतिशतशिरः सिद्धमध्यापयन्ती स्वोच्छिष्टायां सजनिगलितं या बलात्कृत्य भुङ्क्ते गोदा तस्यै नम इदमिदं भूय एवास्तु भूयः। Today is the 10th day, and Goda Devi is continuing her prayers to Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha. Here, she starts with the Pashuram. No Tuchu Vargam Poindra Manai Matram Tararo Vashal Travada Natatulai Mudi Narayanan Nammal Potra Paritarum Punyana Panduruna Kutratin Vai Vilda Kumbhakarnanum Totrum Bunake Perundiyaltan Tandano Atra Anandaludayai Arungalame Tetramai Vandu Tiravelor Embavai. So here Goda Devi is addressing another fortunate Gopika. She calls you are a very fortunate Gopika because she is able to enjoy the presence of Bhagavan Sri Krishna with her. Anybody who can enjoy the presence of Sri Krishna is the most fortunate person. And every one of us have an equal opportunity. If only you pray for that, Krishna is yours. Unfortunately, we are not praying for Krishna, we are praying for material comforts. So Godadevi is asking, can you at least talk to us? Because yesterday she said, will you please open the door? Madikkadavam tal tiravai. Now she is saying, okay, you could not even open the door. Understandable. But at least can you talk to us? Because our Lord Sriman Narayana, with the most fragrant tulsi garland on his crown, will certainly make us glorify him and bless us with all the four purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Now she is saying, why you are pretending to be sleeping? Or are you really sleeping? If you are sleeping for this long, what are we to understand? Did that Kumbhakarna, did that Kumbhakarna, who is very famous for his sleep, did he give you all his sleep before he went to the god of death Yama? People say before we die, do something as a dhanam. Orthodox people, they do go dhanam, etc., just before their death at least. And some people do Hiranya dhanam, Rajat dhanam like that before their death. Now Godadevi is asking, did that Kumbhakarna give all his sleep as dhanam to you before he died? Now she says, you know how much you are sleeping, my friend? Your sleep can even defeat the sleep of Kumbhakarna. That much you are sleeping. But you are the crust jewel of our group. You are the leader. We trusted you that you will take us to Krishna. And at least because of your recommendation, Krishna will look at us. But see what you are doing. You are just sleeping. Since you are the crust jewel of our group, open the door without any hesitation. Consider our appeal and join us on the special Margashira month, all 30-day puja. That's how Godadevi is approaching her friend. Did you see the choice of words of Godadevi? When you need a favor from someone, you should be very humble. You cannot demand, you should beg. Now, Godadevi feels this Gopika is very fortunate to have the association of Krishna always. So she's begging, you are beautiful, you are very nice, you are the group leader, you promise. Now, we are also trying to see Bhagavan Krishna, but we are not getting successful. We are not getting any success. Whereas Mahatmas, they are having all the success. The only reason is, it is only our sins from our past millions of lives that are there standing in the way of our realizing Bhagavan Krishna. We, the ordinary human beings, with our own efforts, can never see Krishna. The only way we can see Krishna is when we can get rid of all our sins. If we have to get rid of our sins by our own efforts practicing the Bhakti Yoga, it may take hundreds and thousands of births. But we have another great desire to serve Bhagavan Krishna eternally. Since this world is not eternal, Bhagavan Krishna has to take us to Sivaikuntham. And for that to happen at the end of this life, we need to do Sharanagati. And that is what Bhagavad Ramanuja says, Tat praptayecha tad bhadamajadvya prapatte ranjaname kalpakoti sahasrena sadhanamastit vanvanaha. And when we do Sharanagati, Varaha Swami promises, Sthiti manasi swaste sharire satyonatah dhatu samye sve smatta vishwarupanchamamajam tatastam rimanansu kashtapashan sannipam aham smarami madbhaktam lavate namami nayami paramahangatim. Same way, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra also promised in Valmiki Ramayana. that if only we are fortunate enough to do that Sharanagati just once, if only we are fortunate to do Sharanagati just once, he will completely wipe out all our sins and give us absolute protection. Sakrudeva prapannaya tavasmiti jayachade abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami etatvatam mama. Sita Devi is also giving her promise. She told Hanuman he cannot even touch the female demons because Tajata did Sharanagati on her, for herself and on behalf of all the other female demons. So Sita Devi said you cannot touch them. So Sita Devi gave her promise to us that anybody who is doing Sharanagati is guaranteed moksha. Papanam va shubhanam va padarhanam savangamaha karyam karnamadyena nakasit na parajyate. Then of course we have our most merciful Sri Krishna giving us at the end of Bhagavad Gita as a Charama Shlokam. Even though there are a few verses after the Charama Shlokam, the Charama Shlokam is Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanamraja Aham Tva Sarvapapebhyo Mokshayishyami Vashyaha. So many people have promised us. Krishna promised us Sarvadharman Parityajya. What else you want? When you have so much of protection, guaranteed, guaranteed protection, guaranteed Sri Vaikuntha Prapti. And when we go there, somebody asked, won't you get bored? Because you have no job to do. You have all the free time. Won't you get bored? Forget about getting bored. You will not even find 1 second to waste. Because you are completely immersed in the Krishnanubhavam, in the Brahmanubhavam. If just a thought crosses your mind, Krishna, fortunate are the Gopikas Krishna in Nandagokulam. Just that one word is enough. If you can think of wholeheartedly those Gopikas, that Vrindavan, etc., that will purify our existence. If you think we are enjoying here, our enjoyment is nothing. A million times more than our enjoyment is the enjoyment that is available in the Devaloka. And if you think Devabhogas are eternal, no, they are not eternal. Compared to the Devabhogas in Swargaloka, the enjoyment in for Nityashuris or the Mukta Jivatmas in Vaikuntha is a trillion times more. Trillion times more. Whereas for the Bhagavan Simanarayana, Ashtrita Vatsalyam is in abundance. Ashtrita Vatsalyam. Anybody who surrenders to Krishna, he has given them a special place. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is giving them a special place. He promises that he will give us Vaikuntha Prapti. And he is called Satya Sandha, always telling the truth. Bhagavan never told a lie. So, the two great qualities of Krishna are Ashrita Vatsalya. He has an abundance of mercy towards all the people who surrendered to him. Second one, Satya Sandhatvam. Whatever he promised, he will deliver. which you can see for yourself. Ashrita Vatsalyam. Secretly, like, if you know that song in the Gopika Geetam, Gopikas are singing Vishajala Pyaya Krishna Vyala Rakshasa Varshamaruta Krishna Vaichyuta Nala. Krishna gave protection to thousands of the Gopikas and the Gopas from the poisoned waters of Yamuna by driving away Kaliya out of it. Ashrita Vatsalya. Krishna protected them from unimaginable calamities, from so many demons. Vrishabhasura, Vyomasura, etc. Driving away Kaliya and protecting the purifying the waters. Varsha Maruta, then Indra started raining. Krishna lifted the Govardhanagiri and protected him. Ashrita Vatsalyam, Satyasandhatam, whatever Krishna says will come true. Krishna promised Draupadi just before he is going for mediation, when Yudhishthira was begging Krishna, let there be no war. If they cannot give us half the kingdom, even if they give us 5 villages, that is enough for us. That time, Draupadi came to Krishna and begged him, Krishna, maybe this man Dharmaraja Yudhishthira forgot all the humiliation I went through in that Kurusata. Krishna, look at my hair, Krishna. It is 13 years since I braided my hair. That day, Bhima took an oath. Unless I kill that fellow Dushasana and bring the blood from his sword and smear it on the hair, until then, Draupadi will not even braid her hair. And that Krishna promised Draupadi, Draupadi, don't worry. Whatever humiliation you have gone through, whatever humiliation you are subjected to by the Kauravas, they will pay a very heavy price. They will go through a million times more punishment than what you have gone through. And that happened. Uh, Satyasandhattam. He made sure everybody is dead. And Krishna made sure that Draupadi's anger is subsided. Whatever Krishna said will come true. Satyasandhattam. Krishna said Draupadi's humiliation will be wiped out, and he did it. These are the two great qualities of Sri Krishna. And once we are fortunate enough to attain that supreme abode, Sri Vaikuntham, our enjoying that Brahmanandam, a divine bliss, the divine bliss is the same for the ever existing in Vaikuntham Nityashuris, to the people who already got liberation, and to people who have just entered Vaikuntham, who just got liberation. Everyone. The Anubhavam, Brahmanubhavam is the same for Nityas, Muktas, and the newly arrived Muktas. And our Acharya always used to say, those of you who are listening, like Garima, Geeta, Kamala, Padma, Radhika, Srividya, Sunita, Satyavati, you better be happy the minute you go to Vaikuntham. You will not have a female body, you will have a male body only. How many times you thought, I wish I am a man, I wish I am a man. Don't worry, just go to Vaikuntham. Surprisingly, Vaikuntham, all the Mukta Jivatmas are there in the male form. And once one Gopika and Lord Sri Krishna were all by themselves in a flower house. Pushpa Pandiri means the flowers are decorated like a secluded area to give some privacy. And this fortunate Gopika was there enjoying in that seclusion with the Paramapurusha Sri Krishna. So that Gopika was deeply interested in him, but she has a feeling that Krishna is not reciprocating her love to the extent she loves him. Every one of us think my love is better than your love. So this Gopika feels that Krishna is not responding with the same enthusiasm, with the same love that she has for him. And that Gopika is the fortunate one Andal is asking. Is our Lord Krishna with you in this house? Immediately came the reply, no. Then Andal will not leave. Andal answered, then, if Krishna is not there in this house, how do you account for all the unimaginably great fragrance of Tulsi from all over your place? That Gopika is equally smart. You know what she said? Unable to bear separation, Viraha Vedana, from my Lord Krishna. That Gopika said, unable to bear the separation, the Viraha Vedana from Krishna. I'm holding on some Tulsi. Of course, nobody believed her story. She was holding on to some Tulsi. That holding on to some Tulsi in your hand is not the same amount of Tulsi that Bhagavan Sri Krishna is there as his Vanamala. And this Gopika joined the group of Anda, and she is a great asset to them. That Gopika asks why they are all laughing at her. The Gopikas ask, is our Krishna here? Ondal and their friends asked, is our Krishna here? That Gopika said, no. They said, how do you account for all this fragrance of Tulsi? She said, unable to bear separation from Krishna, I am at least holding on to some of his Tulsi so that I can feel Krishna in that Tulsi. When she came out to go and then joined them to go to a river and take bath and do Katyayani Krishna's puja, all the Gopikas started laughing at her. That Gopika got very annoyed and said, why are you laughing? The other Gopikas replied, because you are wearing Bhagavan Sri Krishna's Pitambaram. And you said Krishna is not in your mansion. If Krishna is not in your mansion, if Krishna is not in your mansion, how do you account for you were wearing Krishna's Pitambaram in the hurry that you came out? You forgot to put on your sari and you have put on Bhagavan Sri Krishna's Pitambaram and you came out. Look at yourself. You are wearing Krishna's Pitambar. And you still want us to believe Krishna is not there with you and that you are there enjoying your private moments? Then came the question that Gopika was so much surprised that she came out wearing Bhagavan Krishna's Pitambar. Now she started thinking, what could have happened to her sari? Easily she could guess. Krishna would have certainly worn her sari and then would have gone home. That is called in Jayadeva's Gita Govindam. Pratar Nichola Mambara Bapu Samvita Pitambaram. Padma, you remember this verse in the Gita Govindam? Padma, you studied, you are learning Gita Govindam, right? Ashtapadis. So in one of the verses it comes, Prataha Nila Nichola Mambara Bapu Samvita Pitambaram. The dark blue sari that the Gopika was wearing was there on the body of Lord Krishna. And the beautiful yellow Pitambaram Krishna was wearing was there on the body of the Gopika. And still the Gopika tries to say Krishna is not with me. And that is why Anna and the friends are laughing at it. Prataha Nila Nicholam Achyutamuraha Samvita Pitambaram. Now, this is in spiritual ecstasy of Madhurya Bhava. But the same thing, if it is practiced in our mundane world, it will have very bad effects. How do you say it will have very bad effects? A similar situation has come. A similar situation has come in Valmiki Ramayana. When Wali died, Wali's wife Tara was crying and crying and crying and creating a big show there. She even begged Rama, Rama, you know my husband loves me so much. Now that you killed him, he went to Sargalokam. But there, any number of apsaras trying to entertain him, my husband will not even look at them. So Tara is begging Rama, kill me, Rama, with the same arrow you killed my husband. That way, people do Kanya Danam. You do Bharya Danam. Uniting a wife with a husband is a great charity, Krishna. Sorry, Rama. Please kill me, Rama. My husband will not be happy without me, even if he is there in Swargalokam. Even if there are hundreds and thousands of apsarasas trying to entertain him. Therefore, kill me, Rama, she was begging. The same Tara, not even a few days after the death of Vali, accepted Sugriva as her husband. And Sugriva, who was deprived of the kingdom, and also his wife Ruma for a long time, now got a wonderful time to enjoy. Vali died, so Vali's wife Tara accepted Sugriva as her husband again, and his own wife Ruma he got back, and Sugriva forgot that 2 months of rainy season is over, and Rama became restless. Rainy season is over, and still Sugriva is not making any efforts to locate Sita. So he was so angry and sent Lakshmana. Lakshmana, unable to see the pain in the eyes of his brother Rama, came to the palace entrance door of Kishkinda and just twanged his bow. And the twanging of the bow of Lakshmana made such a thunderous sound. Sugriva just fell down from his bed. Now he knew something is terribly wrong. This kind of a sound from the bowstring is indicating that either Rama or Lakshmana are here and they are very unhappy with his behavior. Sugriva is afraid to face Lakshmana and begged Tara, can you go and pacify Lakshmana? Because Tara is a very, very smart lady. Not even a month, not even 2 months. Tara is there completely drunk and in a semi-naked way. Even the clothes not even properly covering her body. And in a drunken mood, she came out to see Lakshmana. Lakshmana felt very sad. He didn't even want to look at the face of this half-naked woman who is fully drunk in Kishkinda of Ramayana. And Lakshmana bent his head as he felt very, very delicate to look at the scantily dressed and highly intoxicated Tara. So we have two different instances. Tara, that time when she came in front of Lakshmana, Tara was wrapping around her the clothes of Sugriva. Lakshmana, unable to look at this kind of a scantily dressed woman, bent his head that he didn't want to look at this kind of a woman. Therefore, what we have to understand is, if it is done for the pleasure of Bhagavan, a Gopika wearing Krishna's Pitambaram is glorified by Mahatmas. Whereas Tara, out of immoral relationship with Sugriva, is a very good example for Dharma being hoodwinked. Then Tara, being a very smart woman, convinced Lakshmana not to get angry with Sugriva. And Sugriva used that opportunity to come and fall at the feet of Lakshmana and ask for forgiveness and made arrangements. Therefore, Madhurya Bhavam towards Krishna will take us to excellent heights. Materialistic sense gratification power will end up in misery. Eternal happiness comes only through Krishna, no one else. That is how Goda Devi is begging this fortunate Gopika to join them, joking in between that Kumbhakarna give you all the sleep before he died. And even going to another extent, with all that sleep that you have going through, we are sure you can even defeat Kumbhakarna because you are sleeping at a stretch hours and hours and hours. So you may even defeat Kumbhakarna, she was joking. Goda Devi, the epitome of pure love for Krishna, practiced Madhurya Bhavam. And either it is Jaydeva or Leela Shuka, they also practiced the same Madhurya Bhavam towards Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And to overcome our sins, as you heard in the beginning, Varaha Swami's Charmashlokam, Sita Devi's Charmashlokam, Bhagavan Ramachandra's Charmashlokam, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna's Charmashlokam are cited as the 400% guarantees to all of us. has the 400% guarantee. Go ahead, sir. What are your questions? If there's something that you want to ask, feel free, sir, based on the 10th Pashuram today. Emma, anyone of you?
Amaji, in real scenario, the Goda Devi is Bhav, or they woke up in the Gopikas every day, one Gopika, while she's doing the Vratam.
She went house to house to wake up. That is real waking up. Go ahead, Ayya.
Mean like Swamiji waking up the other girls. Is she thinking them like a gopikas of as you
Exactly.
said?
Goda Devi is completely in the Gopika Bhavan.
So the girls
She
may
is,
be normal girls.
she is imagining her Srivalliputur as Brindavan Nandagokulam. She is imagining the lake. Srividya, Srividya,
Yes, Swamiji.
you are from Srivalliputur, right?
Near Srivilliputturu, Swami. Next
Yeah.
to
So
Srivilliputturu.
what do you call that lake that is there close to, what is it, Periyakulam or something, right?
I think Periyakulam, yeah.
Yeah. So the lake that is there, where all the people in the good olden days used to take bath, she considered that as Yamuna. And all her friends she considered as the Gopikas. It is just like children. Suppose when you were young in India, they used to play games. A few boys and girls they meet, just below 7-year-old, below 8-year-olds. Oh, they will immediately try to construct a small house. And in the house, they will try to have a marriage. They will dress up one girl like a bride, another girl like a boy. They pretend as though they brought all the nice food, etc., for dinner. And they celebrate the marriage and they enjoy. And they celebrate it as though they are feeling a prince is getting married to a princess. Same thing here. Goda Devi assumed that she is living in Vrindavan. The small lake that is there in Sivaliputtur is a replica of Yamuna, and all her friends are the Gopikas. She is waking them. The only difference is Gopikas prayed to Katyayani and failed to get Krishna as their husband, could only enjoy Rasa Krita, whereas Goda Devi changing it got really united with Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha.
Narayan Swami, when Andal only imagined Gopikas and Vrindavan, why Krishna married 8 wives, right? Then why she want to marry Krishna, but why didn't she thought of her as Rukmini or Satyabham, or why didn't she compare to those 8 wives only to Gopikas? They did Katyayani Vratam, but Rukmini Devi also did the prayer, right? Like.
You're asking a question. If I ask a question, why one girl marries a medical doctor? Why one girl marries a software engineer? Why one girl marries a lawyer? Individual preferences. Individual preferences. Here, Goda Devi, even though she appeared as a human being, she is a Sakshat Kshamam Karunaya Kamalami Godam Ananya Sharanaha Sharanam Prapadje. She is none other than Bhudevi herself. Therefore, Bhudevi knows she is the second form of Mahalakshmi. And between them, they will never have one trying to outdo the other. they all know their respective slots in the Ashtalakshmis. So Goda Devi respected Mahalakshmi as Rukmini and herself as Bhudevi. So she will never overstep into the domain of Mahalakshmi. Is that clear, Amma?
Yeah, Swami. A little confusion is there, but Satyabhama is a Bhudevi, right? But she want to
See,
give an example to our Jivatmas to
that role of
meet
Satyabhama,
God.
that role of Satyabhama, remember, if she is also there playing the role of Rukmini with such a sober nature, Satyabhama will not be bold enough to go to the battlefield with Krishna and tell Krishna, either you kill Narakasura or I'll kill myself. So, the purpose of Satyabhama accompanying Krishna during the Narakasura Vadha, Satyabhama has to maintain that kind of an attitude. Then only she can either kill Narakasura or authorize Krishna to kill him. Because he has a special blessing from Brahma that nobody can kill him unless his own mother gives permission. So he thought no mother will ever ask her son be killed. But Bhudevi came as Satyabhama. Satyabhama doesn't know that she is Bhudevi. So Satyabhama's role is very different. She has to play that very, very haughty, naughty lady's role. So she accepted that particular form. Rukmini accepted to be in Shuddha Sattvagunam. That's why she always used to practice absolute Paratantram. If you are interested to know how to follow Paratantram, follow Rukmini's way of behavior. If you want to practice Swatantram, you are following only Satyabhama's role. To the extent that I can give away Krishna in charity and I can buy him back with the tons and tons of gold I have. Go ahead. One is Paratantram, another is Swatantram. Rukmini represents Paratantram, Satyabhama represents Swatantram. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna equally relished the Paratantram of Rukmini as much as the Swatantram of Satyabhama. Why? He is a Leela Banusha Veshadhari. It is a sport for him. That's what Krishna enjoyed the company of Satyabhama as much as he enjoyed the company of Rukmini. Go ahead, Amma. Ima, no other questions, Amma? All right, Sadashiva, what next? They have no questions. Can we continue our this thing for another 1 hour, 10 hour, 15 minutes?
Okay, son. Yes, son.
Emma, anyone of yes, Tali, what can I do for you?
Krishna love to sing flute.
Why Krishna loves to have flute?
Yeah?
Because that flute sacrificed her entire life for Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
There is a nice story. The Gopikas are very, very jealous of Krishna. The flute.
Okay.
Because the Gopikas are very, very deeply in love with Krishna. When somebody is in such a deep love with Krishna, they really feel like kissing Krishna. But always there is the flute on the lips of Krishna. So the Gopikas felt the fortune that we are aspiring to go and kiss Krishna is given only to the flute because the flute is enjoying her place always on the lips of Krishna. They went and begged that flute, Vamshi, what punyam you have done. We are here craving for Krishna, but we don't even get one opportunity to enjoy the divine nectar from the lips of Krishna. But you are there constantly enjoying the divine nectar, Amrutam, from the lips of Krishna. What great sacrifices you have done. I hope you remember the Veda Vakyam. Na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amrutattva manashuhu. Not by our actions, not by our following dharma, not by our having a big following, not by our having a lot of money, we can enjoy Krishna. Only by renunciation, only by sacrifice. Tyage naike amrutattva manashuhu. Then there is another verse there. The Gopikas knew something great is done by the Venu, that Vamshi. They asked, Vamshi, what did you do in your life that you got the greatest fortune of being on the lips of Krishna always? That Vamshi told her story. All right, Gopikas, listen. Whenever Krishna comes out of his house, Nanda Gokulam, and comes into the forest, he will go to every plant, he will go to every deer, he will go to every bird, he will get to every calf and will keep on wishing them. Just as we say good morning, Krishna also used to wish them. Shubhodayam, Shubhodayam, Shubhodayam. And they all used to reciprocate. If it is a tree, the tree will bend all the way to touch Krishna's feet as a mark of respect of reciprocating. As Krishna says Shubhodayam, good morning, they also used to say good morning. Another tree used to shower all the flowers on Krishna to say that the tree is very happy. Now, Krishna used to go to a bamboo tree also, bamboo plant, and say good morning. And the bamboo plant also say good morning to you, Krishna also. One day Krishna came to a bamboo plant and said, I want a big favor from you. The bamboo plant said, Krishna, I am yours. Do whatever you want, Krishna. You don't have to ask me. Paratantram, you don't have to ask me, Krishna. Have whatever you want. Krishna said, I want you. Bamboo plant said, I'm the most fortunate person. You can have me, Krishna. Krishna said, no. I want your life. I want your life. If I take you, you will lose your life. The bamboo plant said, Krishna, is there any greater bhagyam for me than to be in service to you and lose my life? That I consider as the greatest bhagyam of my life, Krishna. I'm ready to sacrifice my life. You can use me whatever way you want. So saying, the bamboo plant fell at the feet of Krishna. So Krishna took the plant, he cut it into pieces. He took a rough cloth and tried to smoothen the ridges. Krishna took a hot iron rod and tried to put some holes into that. The bamboo was bearing all the pain, Krishna's cutting, Krishna's polishing, Krishna's drilling holes through that bamboo. In a systemic way, putting the holes so that melodies can be rolled out of his flute. The bamboo plant said, I took all the pain for the sake of my Lord Krishna. I allowed myself to be cut into pieces. I allowed myself to be smoothened. I allowed myself to be drilled holes through being. And everything I enjoyed. And finally, when I sacrificed my entire life, Krishna could cut me, drill holes through me, and still Then Krishna said, thank you for going through all the torture I subjected you to. Now, enjoy your fortune. I'll give you the best of the best places on me, namely my own lips. You'll always be on my lips. So that is how, when somebody practices paratantram, complete subservience to Krishna, and is ready even to sacrifice their life, then Krishna will reciprocate with them and will give them a great status. That is how Krishna loves that flute, bamboo flute. Okay, Shreya?
Okay.
I don't know what you understood, Tali. You said, okay, I'm happy, ma. So Krishna loves the flute, Krishna loves the peacock feather. Okay, ma?
Okay.
What else I can... When are you coming, Tali?
Monday.
Monday. I thought you'll come tomorrow.
Acharya, one question. So is that flute is also some kind of Nityashuri, or it's nothing? The flute is only just for only Sri Krishna Avataram.
That flute is exclusively reserved for Krishna Avatar. Nowhere else Bhagavan has gone. That's called Saulabhyam. Saulabhyam means easy access. When people looked at Narasimha, they were scared. Even though Narasimha is the most merciful one, because people committed so many sins. In Rama Avataram, nobody has easy access to Rama. Narasimha Avataram, people are scared of Lakshmi Narasimha. Krishna Avataram, people had all the liberties to be with Krishna. If it is the Gopala boys, they used to play with Krishna, eat with Krishna, sleep with Krishna, kick him, being kicked by him. In the name of playing the games, Krishna enjoyed all those divine pastimes with the Gopabalas. Same thing with the Gopikas. But when it comes to flute, Krishna has such a easy accessibility. He is not worried about whether we are educated or not. He is not worried whether we know scriptures. He is only worried about one thing. Do we have paratantram? Complete subservience. 100% Sharanagati is called paratantram. Even though we do Sharanagati, limited Sharanagati with reservations. Krishna, I surrender to you. But Krishna, I still want 10% of my freedom. Krishna, I do Sharanagati, but I still want 50% of my individual freedom. That's why somebody being so close to Krishna is a new experience for us. So during Krishna Avatara, even the Gopikas felt so jealous of the exalted position Krishna has given to that Venu, always to be there on the lips of Krishna. Okay, sir?
Thank you, Acharya.
Go ahead, my any other questions, Amma?
Swamiji, one more question, something not related to the Pasram, but just
Hmm.
general. For Ashtakshar Mantram, can we do only prescribed time in other places, but Badrinath can do any time, Swamiji, right?
Ashtakshara Mantram we can do at prescribed times. The other one?
Badrinath can do any time, Swamiji, or only in the certain times in Badrinath?
The chanting of Ashtakshara Mantra in Badrinath?
Yes, Swamiji.
See, the question is, what shall I say? My Acharya told me this way. If you are a person with a sacred thread, Yajna Pavitram, doing Sandhya Vandanam 3 times a day is a must. And the minute you do your Gayatri Japam as part of the Sandhya Vandanam, before you do Upasthanam for Gayatri, do equal number of Ashtakshara Mantra Japam also. And after Ashtakshara Mantra Japam, do Upasthanam of Gayatri. Therefore, if Pratha Sandhya is to be offered before sunrise, Ashtakshara is also done before sunrise. Madhyanika Sandhya is about 12 noon. So Ashtakshara Mantra again Japam at 12 noon. Sayam Sandhya is done about at the sunset time. Ashtakshara Mantra is to be done along immediately after the Gayatri Mantra at sunset time. And that number should be the same. If Gayatri you did 28 times, Ashtakshara also 28 times. If Gayatri you did 108, Ashtakshara also 108. If Gayatri you did 1000, Ashtakshara also 1000. Go ahead, Amma. Anything else I can help you, sir?
Swami, again.
Cheppamma. Sollungamma.
One person asked me that he has a sacred thread and everything. He said when he's in a really pain, his stomach pain or his body pain, he's really suffering. At that time, only thing it comes to him is Ashtakshara mantra. Is that okay to chant at that time? In the bed or wherever he was, that pain is unbearable. So only thing it comes to him is only Ashtakshara mantra.
Amma, I don't want to say anything, but my Acharya, whom I respect the most, said Ashtakshara Mantram should be chanted with the proper niyama. When you are on the bed, etc., you should chant only Dvaya Mantram.
Okay, ready.
Just kindly tell him, sir, Ashtaksharam is great, but Dvaya Mantram is equally great or even superior. Therefore, Dvaya Mantram should be chanted, especially when you are in the bed, when you are unable to get up, etc. As if Dvaya Mantram is the only one that can be chanted irrespective of time, place and circumstances. Even when you are wearing shoes, even when you are going for an evening walk, even when you are lying down in the bed and unable to fall asleep, even when you are there taking shower, even when you are there in the rest area, even when you are there sitting on the toilet bowl, even ladies in their monthly cycle, the only mantram that they can chant is Udvaya Mantram. Nothing else.
Adi.
What is the mantram you are saying, Swamiji? The other mantram, Ashtakshram, other mantram, the name?
Sri Vidya, come and have Sharanagati, I will teach you. First one is the Narayana Mantram Ashtakshari. Second one is the Dvaya Mantram called the Sharanagati Mantram.
Oh, so I cannot learn that unless I get the Sharanagati.
If you don't mind, Sri Vidya, are you a medical doctor?
No.
Then can you go to the operating room and cut open a patient?
No.
Tempting?
No.
Suppose somebody is trained as a doctor. They can go to the surgery and they can cut open a patient, right? Same thing. First of all, mantram you should not learn. That is the problem in the Kali Yuga. Lord Krishna says, Aman, tell the slokam, Amma. Radhika, your daughter is there. Pritika is there. Sikriti is there. These are the kids who know. Hindu Priya, Pritika and the
లేదు స్వామి పడుకుంది స్వామి
తద్విగ్ధ ప్రణిపాతేన పరిప్రశ్నేన సేవయా ఉపదేక్ష్యంతి తే జ్ఞానం జ్ఞానినః తత్వదర్శినః. So, Sri Vijaya, a mantram should not be learned. A mantram should be obtained as upadesham from an acharya. There are restrictions even for the acharyas to do upadesham. If I have to do the upadesham of Ashtakshara mantra to another person, I should have chanted that Ashtakshara mantram at least 800,000 times. Same way, no mantram should be downloaded from a computer. No mantram should be copied from a textbook. In the good olden days, there were no textbooks. There was no written copies at all. It is called Shruti. Means the teacher will say, the student has to listen and repeat, and after a few repetitions, Santa, they used to call it, few repetitions, the children who are age 8 or so, who are getting into spiritual life, their minds are so fresh. From age 8 to 18, everything, the Veda mantras, they learned only by listening, because the teacher is giving them as Upadesham. Especially only at the time of Samashrayanam, the Acharya will do the Upadesham to you. Computer cannot do Upadesham, your notebook cannot do Upadesham, or your printed book cannot do Upadesham to you. Got it, Amma?
Got it, Swamiji. What is Samashrayanam, Swamiji?
Samashrayanam is called a Pancha Samskaram. We are all in India. We wanted to come to America. If you want to come to America, first you need a passport. So getting a passport means you are planning to go abroad. But if you want to come to America, you need a visa also. So first you need a passport, then you need a visa. So if a religious person want to go to Vaikuntham, Samashrayanam is also called, Samashrayanam is a combination of 5 simple procedures. Pancha Samskaras. In Tamil, they call them Ayyangars. In Telugu, they call Ayyagarlu. Anji Samskaram Anavangalda Ayyangar. But these days, some fellows are even 40 years, 50 years, they never even have Samashrayanam. So what is the 5 Samskaras? Papa Mudra. Chanting, I am a servant of Ramanuja, Ramanuja Dasosmi. The Acharya will imprint heart images of Sudarshana Chakra on the right shoulder and Panchajanya Shankha on the left shoulder. That is called Mudra Dharana, Tapa Mudra, Shankha Chakra Mudras. The advantage, after death, the servants of Yama will never take you to the hell, and Vishnu Dutas will come and take you to Vaikuntham. So first one of the 5 samskaras, Pancha Samskaras, 5 procedures is called Samashrayanam, means getting a passport to go to Vaikuntham. First one is the Tapa Mudra. Second one is the Dasa Namam. Male, Sadashiva Ramanuja Dasa, Sadashiva Dasa. Ladies, Mallishwari Ramanuja Dasi, Mallishwari Dasi. Dasa Namam, we are always servants of the Lord. Third one, Urdhva Pundra Dharanam. Men folk should have Tiruban, Urdhva Pundram, Tilakam on 12 parts of their body. Ladies only one on the forehead. That is the third one. Fourth one is the Mantropadesham. In our Sampradayam of Vedanta Deshika's way of Vaishnavism called the Vadagalai Vaishnava Sampradayam, 4 mantras are given. Tengalais have only 3 mantras. First one, 8 letters of Narayana Mantram Ashtaksharam. Second one, 2 lines of Sharanagati Mantram. Sharanagati Mantram, that is 2 lines. It has 2 lines, that's why they call it Dvayam. The third one, Lord Krishna's guarantee that he will give moksham to us from Bhagavad Gita called the Charama Shlokam. The last instruction of Krishna to Arjuna. And the fourth one is that Mahalakshmi Mantram. Tengalais do not recognize Mahalakshmi as Bhagavan, so they don't have the fourth mantram. And they don't even do Sharanagati. So the fourth one is the Mantropadesham. The fifth one of the Pancha Samskaras is Ijya. How to do, the Acharya will teach you how to do simple Aradhana to Bhagavan Krishna every day. 5 of these small procedures, totally it will take about 15-20 minutes, that's all. Is called Samashrayanam. Means getting the passport to Vaikuntham. Then what is visa? Sharanagati. doing Sharanagati is the visa, guaranteed admission to Vaikuntham. Guaranteed admission. Your visa is already stamped.
Got it, Swamiji.
So, first one is getting a passport to Vaikuntham, Samashrayanam or Pancha Samskaras. Second one, Sharanagati, or getting the visa that you are guaranteed admission to Vaikuntham. And that is what Bhagavad Ramanuja says in his Gajyatrayam. Tat praptayecha, to attain that Vaikuntham. Tvat padambujadvaya prapattir anyan, other than Sharanagati at your lotus feet, Krishna. Kalpa koti sahasrenapi sadhanamastiti manvanaha. Kalpam, 12 hours of Brahma. On our scale, 4,320,000,000 years. Kalpa koti sahasrenapi. Another 10 power 10. 4 billion times 10 power 10 years means trillions and trillions of years. Even if we struggle with our own efforts of practicing either Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, or Karma Yoga, still we are not guaranteed salvation. But that simple act of doing Sharanagati, complete paratantram, complete attitude of a servant towards the master, you are guaranteed salvation at the end of this life itself. No question asked whether you are a Brahmin or not. No question asked whether you are Reddy, Naidu, Gounder, Saver. No questions asked. No discrimination whether you are man or a woman. No problem, whatever be our past mistakes. Even if you have eaten meat, fish, chicken, anything, even if you have taken alcohol, even if you have slept with 100 people, none of them are a consideration. But only thing, at the time of Sharanagati, you must promise, from today, I will be like a chaste wife with absolute loyalty only to Narayana and his incarnations. That's it. That promise guarantees you moksha. Sriman Narayana, we cannot please him. Even if we offer $100 million, Krishna will not be happy. Satyabhama tried to buy Krishna with her tons and tons of gold and failed. Rukmini Devi came and offered just one Tulasi Dalam with pure love called Sharanagati to Krishna. She could get Krishna. Draupadi tried her best, could not protect herself. She could not get protection from Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, anyone. She did Sharanagati. She got immediate protection. Vibhishana was kicked out by his brother Ravana. He did Sharanagati and got immediate protection from Rama. That is the greatness called Sharanagati. Having the visa stamped, guaranteed admission to Vaikuntham. How do we know? Mahatma Deshika, who solidified the concept of Sharanagati as propagated by Bhagavad Ramanuja, says in his Nyasa Dashakam, Ketad dehavasane mam tvatpadam prapayasvayam. At the end of this life itself, Krishna, no more garbha narakam, no more birth, no more death. Let this be my last lifetime on the planet Earth. Not only on earth, I don't want to take birth in heaven or even Brahma Lokam. Because Krishna says, Sa Brahma Bhuna Loka Punaravartinarjuna. Therefore, you are saying only Vaikuntham. And that is guaranteed only through Sharanagati. Got it, Amma?
Got it, Swamiji. Thank you.
Iman, anyone a few questions, Amma? Garima, have you heard this Samashrayanam Sharanagati before?
Killer.
No, Swamiji.
There are no Vaishnavas there to talk boldly like this. Remember when ఏంటయ్యా
స్వామి గోదావరి దేవి కృష్ణుడి భర్త కావాలి కోరుతుంది కదా మరి రంగనాథ స్వామిలో
they are all one and the same. Ranganatha is equal to Narasimha, is equal to Rama, is equal to Krishna, is equal to Venkateshwara. But when it comes to Krishna and Ranganatha or Narayana, they are identically the same. If in mathematics you write simply A, two horizontal lines B, you read it as A is equal to B. In math, they also write A, three horizontal lines B. They read it as A is identically equal to B, identically equal to. So, Narayana equal to Narasimha, equal to Rama, equal to Krishna, equal to Venkateshwara. But when it comes to Krishna, Narayana is identically the same as Krishna. That is the only difference. Is that clear, sir?
Right.
Again,
Cheppandi, next question.
Narayana. Swamiji, you just talked about Nyasha Dashakam. So there are 5 angas that Pillai Lokacharya Sampradayam that they talk about in Sharanagati, and in our Vedanta Deshika Sampradaya they talk about 6 angas. So what is the difference in that 5 angam and 6 angams of Sharanagati?
First of all, in Tangalai there is no Sharanagati, ma. They only talk, but they don't do. Okay? They only talk. Actually, Sharanagati has 5 angas only.
Okay.
But the actual process of Sharanagati is also taken as another anga. That is the 6th anga, they say. Okay, since you asked, I don't know whether you remember Jayashree. You remember? You want to chant or shall I chant?
Which sloka, Swamiji?
Anukulyascha sankalpam pratikulyancha varjanam rakshishyati mahavishwasam goprutva varnam tadha atmanikshepakarpanye shadvidha sharanagati. Actually, the angas are, even Vedanta Deshika says, you remember in Nyasa Deshikam? Yata panchangam madrakshana bhararpanam. You remember panchangam?
Yes.
You got it, Jayashree?
Yes, Swamiji.
So, it is actually Anukulya Sankalpam, Pratikulya Varjanam, Rakshishita Mahavishwasam, Goprutta Varanam, Karpanyam. These are the 5 angas. But Shadvidha, Shadanga Sharanagati means Atmanikshepam. That means the actual process of Sharanagati, the actual process of offering your Jivatma to Paramatma is also considered as the 6th part of Sharanagati. Let me put it this way. Ma. You, Princess Jayashree, you are a girl. At what age you got married, Amma?
25, Swamiji.
25 you got married. So generally in a marriage, first of all, when the boy comes and the girl meet, they do exchanging the garlands. Afterwards, the girl's father will wash the feet of the bridegroom. Afterwards, the Kanya Danam. Afterwards, Mangalya Dharanam. Afterwards, Pani Grahanam. Afterwards, Laja Homam. Afterwards, Saptapadi. Suppose they do everything, but the priest forgot the Mangalya Dharanam. Is it married or not?
No, Swamiji.
So what exactly it is even though exchanging the garlands, Mala Matinar, even though the bride's father washed the feet, even though the Kanya Danam is done, even though the girl's hand is held by the boy, in the good olden days there is no Mangalya Dharanam, only Pani Grahanam. Then the Laja Homam and the Saptapadi. That's all. But afterwards, Mangalya Dharanam has become a very, very important aspect of the Vedic marriages. It is like the first 5 itself are enough for you to say, according to the Vedas, that you're married. But the 6th one of actual marriage may be the Sixth part. Anukulya Sankalpam, Pratikulya Varjanam, Mahavishwasam, Goptrutta Varanam, Karpanyam are the 5 aspects of Sharanagati. But the actual process of doing Sharanagati, namely Krishna, you are saying, I offer my Jivatma as an eternal servant at your lotus feet. That is actual saying that is the sixth Sangam, they call it. That is why they say Atma Nikshepa. Nikshepam. No offenses, Amma. Anybody who has the costliest jewelry item, somebody may have a $50,000 diamond necklace. Somebody may have a $100,000 diamond necklace. What do? They wear it on occasions. Rest of the time, they keep in safe deposit locker. Nikshepam. This Atma, you are leaving at the feet of Lord Krishna as though you are saving your treasure. You are safekeeping your treasure in a safe deposit locker. That is called Nikshepam, Atma Nikshepam. You got it, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji. But what the Tenkalai Sampradaya people are saying is that we got Pancha Samskaram, so we still would go to Vaikuntham because we got Samashrayanam, so our Yamadutas cannot touch our body.
That's correct. Yamadatas cannot touch our body. But according to Vedanteshka Sampradayam, they follow the footsteps of Ramanuja, where they say if Samashrayanam itself is enough, Ramanuja need not have to go through Sharanagati. Namely, Akhila Jagan Mataram, Asman Mataram, Asharanya Sharanyam, Ananya Sharanaha, Sharanamaham Prapajye. And she says, Astute Taiva Sarvam Sampatyate. Therefore, Vedanta Deshika says, Bhagavad Ramanuja says, Tat Praptayecha. You remember that? Tat Padambujadvaya Prapattehe Anyat. Na, may, never. Kalpa Koti Sahasrenapi Sadhanamasti iti Manvana. It is their philosophy. Let them be happy with that. Again, to give you a simple example, a couple of years back, Adian was in Hyderabad. Some group arranged a lecture. It's just a general group. They asked me, I said, okay. I was one of the speakers. There were 4 or 5 speakers. I was one. And after me, a great Tankalai Acharya has to speak. So I explained Sharanagati in my own way, saying that, sir, you are in India, you want to go to America, you need a passport. So when you get a passport, that means you are ready to go abroad, but America is not inviting you. You have to apply for a visa and you have to get your visa approved here, stamped here, then only you are admitted. So same way, you want to go to Vaikuntham, your Samashrayanam is your passport, you are ready to go to Vaikuntham. But when you do Sharanagati, your visa is a stamp and you are guaranteed admission. So do both. And after me, the Tennacharya has to speak. So he has to justify. He could not criticize me that Sharanagati is not needed because he also knows. You know what he said? Oh, these people get the passport and visa here itself. And for us, we have passport is enough because we get visa on arrival. You heard of it, visa on arrival?
Yes, Swamiji.
So
Between US and Canada.
Exactly what he said is, when we go, suppose a Vadagalai and a Tengalai person left the body on the same day, same time. Both of them will reach up to Vaikuntham. Just as when you get down from the plane, there is a green channel where the person with a valid visa will walk through. Like a citizen walk through. Whereas you are just coming, there the immigration officer will stop you, will verify your records, will either stamp the visa, no, something is fishy here, go back in the next flight back to your country. So visa on arrival. So what he said, for them, the people with visa, Vadagalais, will go through the green channel into Vaikuntham, whereas the people with passport only will wait at the red line. Bhagavad Ramanuja will come, and by looking at you, Bhagavad Ramanuja will know easily. After your Samashranam, you observe Ahara Niyamam. Did you stick only to vegetarian food and you ate only prasadam that is offered to Krishna? Did you follow the tenets of Ashtakshram and Dvayam? Ma Ekam Sharanam Raja? Or have you done any Anjadevata pujas? He can easily say, you cannot bluff Ramanuja in Vaikuntham. If you have followed, Ramanuja will say, stamp it. Yes, your Sharanagati is now acceptable. Go inside. You did not follow. You had Samashranam, but you did this Devata Puja, that Devata Puja, or you violated the principles of Aharanimam, etc. They will say, no, you are unfit to get in, get back. You got it, Amma?
Yes, Adiyan.
On arrival, both sides. You may, just like, when before coming to America, you went to the consulate. Possibility, you may get visa, you may not get visa. But you are at least in your place. But visa on arrival, you spend all the money, you buy the plane ticket and you come here, and visa is not given, no visa on arrival. You have to go back at your own expense back to your country of origin, correct? So that is how I was told by my Acharya, that Vedanta Deepika actually says in Vitiraja Saptati, my hair has become white constantly serving my Acharya Ramanuja. You want me to say that verse? Will no way deviate from the teachings of Bhagavad Ramanuja. That is the reason why. I mean, I'm not trying to draw a line here between Vadagalai Tengai is not my business. But if you look at it, look at a very simple one. Look at a very simple one. Ashtakshara Mantram. In Vadagalai Sampradayam, only for those people with Yajnopavitam, it is given with Pranavam. For all people, even though they are born in Brahmin families, if they are ladies, other people without Yajnapavitam, they are not given with Pranavam. Ashtakshara Mantram is given. The same Bhagavan Sri Krishna who said, Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu, also said, Aksharanam Akarosmi. Therefore, in Vadagala Sampradayam, there are a lot of differences. That Ashtakshara Mantram is given as beginning with not with Om. Only if you have Yajnapavitam and do your Gayatri, you will be getting with Pranavam, rest of them with Om. We cannot refuse moksham to you, but at the same time, we cannot violate the Vedic Dharma. That is Vedanta Ishta. In Tengalai Sampradayam, irrespective of whether you have Yajnapavitam or not, everybody is getting the Ashtakshara Mantram with Pranavam. We got it, Amma?
Yes, Acharya, correct.
So there are quite a few subtle things that one has to be aware of, Amma.
Okay, Swamiji.
So let's not worry about it. They want to follow that. It's very simple, Amma.
Okay, Swamiji.
You like democracy, come to America and enjoy democracy. You like communism, better go to Russia and enjoy communism. But coming to a democratic country, America, and talking about communism may not be very fruitful. So same thing, they want to follow Tengalai Sampradayam, fine. Somebody wants to follow Vadagalai Sampradayam, fine. If you say which is better, which is right, there is no end for that.
Correct, Swamiji. You just was it?
What I follow is correct. Everybody will say what I follow is correct. There is no end for that. They want to follow that, fine. But we have to respect them because they also say Ramanuja Dasosmi. Because they also chant Ashtaksharam. Whatever way, in their own way. Whether their gurus are correct or not is not for us. It's not for us to discuss. That is how they have given. That's fine.
Okay, Swamiji.
Go ahead, Amma. Next question. You may be tired, at least clear. Now, what's her name? Srivijaya, you may have a lot of questions, Srivijaya. You might have heard something new or strange.
Yes, Swamiji, I need to learn more.
I thought you're from Srivilliputturu, where there are a lot of Vaishnavas and in that area.
Yeah, but personally, I'm not that familiar.
Maybe you're not moving. You did not move close with them. Maybe that's why you didn't know the differences, etc.
I'm not a Brahmin. I'm just Kshatriya.
No. One second. You are mistaken, Srivijaya. You do not have to be a Brahmin to become a Vaishnava. I know, told you many times.
Yeah. I know, but to know all the details of Vaishnavas, so that's why I'm saying.
Anybody will know. If you are interested, anybody can know.
Yeah.
The only thing is, depends on the interest.
That's true.
Again, always remember, one doesn't have to be a Brahmin to do Sharanagati. One doesn't have to be a man. Anybody can do. Women can do. Men can do. Brahmins can do. Chettiars can do. Kshatriyas can do. Naidus can do. Reddis can do. Everybody can do. There is no discrimination. That is the greatness of Bhagavad Ramanuja. In no other Sampradayam it is followed. Only in Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, anyone who wants to get moksham can have Samasrayanam and Sharanagati, and moksham is guaranteed.
Got it, Swamiji.
Go ahead, Amma.
Narayan Swami, I had a little doubt here. When we ladies do the Ashtakshari mantram, you said like Sanja Vandanam, you said 3 times, right? If we want to do more, at any time we can do, or only the 3 times is the better times to do? Like
the Ashtakshara mantra japam, Amma?
Yeah, Swami. Ante Udayam and
only for the people with Yajñopavitam 3 times Ashtakshara japam. For the rest of the people, even if you do 1 time, that is fine, Amma. Or if you do 3 times also, fine. Even if you do 1 time, that is enough.
If you want to do more, like we have to choose these timings are better, like
yes, if you have to do more, better do it in the morning.
Oh, okay. Narayan.
Now, whomsoever asked, I forgot. Jayashree, are you there, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji.
Here is the answer for the question, Amma. To say that Vedanta Deshika literally followed Bhagavad Ramanuja, go to Abhiti Stavam. Abhiti Stavam, verse number 28. Yati pravara bharati rasabharena nitam vayaha prafulla phalitam shiraha paramiha kshamam prardhaye. Vedanta Deshika says, my hair has become white in following verbatim. The instructions of Bhagavad Ramanuja. Got it?
Yeah. 28 verse, Swamiji.
Abhiti Stavam 28.
28 verse. Okay.
Abhiti Stavam 28.
So what does he mean by that? So his hair has become gray. So he's
means hair has become gray means I have matured enough thinking about, suppose somebody is there thinking very seriously at a very young age. People will say he will start losing his hair, he will become bald, and he will develop white hair, right? That means he is completely committed and immersed in that. Okay, here is the verse. Yati यति प्रवरभारती रसभरित नीतं वयः प्रफुल्ल परितं शिरः परमिह प्रार्थये निरस्तरिपु संभवेत् वचन रंग मुख्ये विभो परस्परहितैषिणां परिसरेषु मां वर्तय. हे श्रीरंगनाथ, I crossed all my youthful years, means I have become very old, and my hair turned white, means second half of life. I enjoyed all the delicious teachings of the greatest Yeti, Bhagavat Sri Ramanujacharya. So literally Vedanta Deshika followed verbatim the teachings of Ramanuja, who says, I spent all my youthful years and my hair has turned white. That means I am almost there in the second half of my life, maybe completing my life very soon. And I enjoyed the delicious teachings of the greatest Yeti, Ramanuja. And this is a sincere appeal to you to kindly bless us to live in the holiest of the holiest place where Lord Sriranganatha is there, called Srirangam. In the pleasant company of Bhagavatas, who wish the good of each other, and with the oppressors, Turushkas and Yavanas of Dharma rising their heads again. Could you see him when Vedanta Deshika was there talking about Srirangam? I know, Jesti, you are from Srirangam, right, Amma?
Yes, Swami.
Vedanta Deshika time, where Bhagavatas are wishing the best to each and everyone. But I don't have to tell you the present day, constant fighting between Vadagalais, Tengalais, various sects, various groups, right, Amma?
Yes, Swami.
Therefore, that charm of Srirangam is different from the time of Vedanta Deshika to the conditions of today. Padma, right, Padma?
Yes.
Ask you, how many videos are there in the WhatsApp these days?
Yeah.
Not chant. You shut up, you shut up. Padma, did you ever go to Srirangam and Panguni Uttaram Dema?
So when it Swamiji in school days. Yes.
In school days. Did you know something there? Patis are there on the Ekasanam. Start Gadyatrayam. 40 years, just mute your phone, ma. 40 years back, when I did my Sharanagati with my Acharya, then I used to go to Srirangam very frequently. That was the first time for me after my Sharanagati, my going on Panguni Uttaram day. They were chanting Gajatrayam, I also started chanting because I knew by then. You know what I was told?
You are not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
You should.
All the 10 guys will get up. Hey! Voya Murra!
Yes.
Who killed your Podma? You know they're told, right, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji, they do that. Yes, Swamiji.
Is this called Bhagavatas living in peace, Amma?
In Tiruvadandai also, Swamiji, one time they told us to get up not to chant Prabandham with them.
Yes, yes. So, for those who could not understand Tamil, if a Vadagalai person chants Gajyatrayam in Sri Rangam on Panguni Uttaram day, the day when Bhagavad Ramanuja chanted, composed Sharanagati Gajam, everything, their immediate reaction is, will you shut up and keep quiet? Or shall we come and kick you out of this place? Is exact words. And they literally kick you out also if you continue one more sentence after that. They did hundreds of times. That is what the world is. Therefore, it is better not to talk about those unfortunate events and focus on enjoy the Dvaya Mantram. May we surrender at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana, and may we prostrate only to Lord Sriman Narayana. Anyway, Sri Vidya, you asked, right? Oh, she dropped out. Too late for them. So the meaning of the actual Sri of that Sharanagati Mantram. Oh, Sunita, Radhika, Padma. Okay, only Kamala didn't have. Jai Shri, Hindu Priya. Then I think Geeta and Garima didn't have. Deepti, Sadashiva. I know there's somebody 515, I don't know who. All these people had Sharanagati Ma. All these people. So what it means is, for the benefit of those who didn't have, may we be fortunate to do Sharanagati at the holy feet of Lord Sriman Narayana, and may we prostrate only to Sriman Narayana. That is the meaning of the Dvaya Mantram or the Sharanagati Mantram, which is considered as the one that we can chant any time, irrespective of time, place, and circumstances. Go ahead, any other question you have? It is 10:39. You want to ask a few questions, or shall we go back and do at least a few times and close Mantralaya Prastotram? Feel free to, if you have questions, Amma. I have all the time to explain you. Amma, Jayashree, any other question, Amma?
No, Swamiji.